Mildly Unethical Life Hacks, Episode 1. These are things you probably shouldn't do, but not quite as unethical as cheating on your taxes or scamming a dasher into a contract violation by claiming you didn't get your food when you did. You will burn in hell if you do that second one. You know about that little light at cash registers at supermarkets that lets you know if the checkout lane is open or closed? Or the item limits at express checkout lanes? Some retailers actually don't allow employees to enforce those at the store level. I was once told by a Walmart employee that they are prohibited by corporate from enforcing the item count limits in express lanes. Someone with 2 carts cut in front of me when I had 3 items at a 20 items or less line. Their response when I told them I was their first and only had 3 items was a near rhyme with duck queue. You shouldn't do it because if you do, you're an asshole. But hey, if you have a thick enough skin to stand getting cussed out by other people, why the hell not? You might get lucky and someone might throw something at you. Lawsuit City. Plus you can ruin their lives by filing a police report documenting their assault of you, because yeah, throwing something at someone is assault if it hits them. Or maybe it's battery. I came of age at the turn of the century, when cargo pants were pretty popular. The local movie theater at the time was right next door to a Dollar General. People my age were notorious for buying candy and snacks at Dollar General where they're a third of the price, concealing them in cargo pockets, then going over to the movie theater and maybe buying a drink. Movie theaters in my area don't search people for contraband concessions. I'm honestly not sure they do anywhere. Search the local sex offender list in your area, then stalk the sex offenders to play pranks on them. Actually not unethical at all, but stalking even those pieces of shit could get you in trouble with law enforcement, so make goddamn sure you don't get caught. When I was a kid, one of my grandmothers had a bunch of coffee cups with restaurant names on them. And I don't mean places that sell their mugs in some cheesy gift shop or at the register. She got all of hers for free. She's been dead for 35 years now, so I'm pretty sure we're well past the statute of limitations if I snitch on her for a few seconds of screen time for a YouTube video. After she died I did find out she was a bit of a chomo, though strangely never with me. Then again, my mom never allowed her to be alone with me, especially in a store or at her house. They would get into verbal altercations over it that I can still remember. McDonald's will generally not argue with people who claim they are missing part of their order. Want 20 McNuggets for the price of 10? Get 'em to go out to your car, eat 2, take them back inside and swear up and down you only got 8. 9 times out of 10, they will make you another 10-piece for free, and let you keep the 8-piece. No, I have never done this, and you should not either. I managed to survive 3 years at the same workplace where the tattletale culture was so bad that people who didn't like you went out of their way to try to get you fired. Now you might think that being related to one of the supervisors would protect you, but that only worked with the big boss's son, who got away with everything, including threatening me with assault once because I filed a grievance against his crush, who by the way was dating someone else at the time and had zero interest in him other than to let him buy her pop and candy. Yes, I'm from Ohio, what gave me away? Anyway, enough digression. If you find yourself in a workplace culture where people who don't like you try to get you fired for sport, just get some ministerial credentials at themonastery.org, then start your own church on paper. I had a website and everything. If people discussed a topic that made me uncomfortable, I'd simply say something like, hey, I object to that on religious grounds, and that discussion isn't work-related anyway, so do you mind not discussing that topic in my presence? You have never seen someone change a topic so fast. If there's one thing coworkers, and more importantly their supervisors, are scared shitless of, it's an EEOC complaint. I really despise people who do this, because eventually it will lead to tougher regulations on legitimate service animals for people who actually need them, but I'll bet you may not have known that in the USA, it's actually illegal for the owner of an establishment to ask you to prove your dog is a service animal in any way, and you can buy service dog or service animal vests online. I wonder if I could get away with an service duck, alligator or python. Got someone with deep pockets and a bad temper in your town who really needs a humbling? Here's a really fast way to humble them, though it's mildly unethical according to some. Ideally this works with a buddy system, where someone else is recording video of you and the rich hot-tempered person. Verbally gaslight them, using a low enough tone that even if any other third parties are recording you on their phones, they won't pick up anything you say, and just keep verbally annoying the person until they hit you. Then take a fall and make a call to the police. Refuse any attempt on their part to bribe you. Contrary to what Hollywood would try to have you believe with their relentless scenes in movies where people slap other people for saying things they don't like, no judge in his right mind is going to consider it self-defense when someone hits you over words, pretty much no matter what you're saying. Most of the women who slapped Barney in How I Met Your Mother were technically committing battery. No words, however coarse or vulgar, constitute a self-defense event, except maybe "I'm going to kill you" or something of that caliber. Go to jw.org and use the contact form to ask them to send missionaries to the address of someone you don't like, giving their specific contact information and street address. There are other religious organizations whose mailing lists you can get them on, but I'd rather not name names. Use your imagination. I'm sure you'll think of others. This one is probably illegal as hell, so don't fucking attempt it. I used to know someone who would get free priority mailer envelopes from the US Postal Service, then mail the weirdest shit to people he didn't like, with their address as the return address, then put a 2-cent stamp on them and throw them in a random mailbox somewhere. He swore they would get postage due notifications from the post office this way. It sounds a hell of a lot like mail fraud to me, which is a federal crime, so like I said, don't even fucking try it. Still only mildly unethical, but if you get caught, you'll go to federal prison, and in the words of J.D. DeLay, "The only things I'm afraid of are federal indictments, heights, and federal indictments." I'm actually not that afraid of heights though. It comes down to the type of heights. I love roller coasters. I've been on roller coasters that go as high as 420 feet. I know, ironic coincidence considering what my second favorite planet is, number one obviously being Sansevieria of course. Don't even think you're getting me on Windseeker at Kings Island, Cedar Point or Carowinds though. Not happening. Little tidbit of fun before we continue. Adam Sandler's net worth is $420 million. Visit an establishment with a requirement of shirt and shoes and a shirt, shoes, and your underwear. Hey, the sign only said no shirt, no shoes, no service. It didn't say anything about requiring pants. Drop a can on the floor on purpose at the supermarket, then try to get it for a reduced price. Actually, this is probably a bad idea now. I saw it in a movie around the turn of the century. Stores have cameras every fucking where now, and I'm no lawyer, but this is probably a misdemeanor if you get caught. A couple years ago I met someone who bragged about how he got out of jury duty by answering every single question from either side by telling them he proudly supported the death penalty. Apparently when informed it was actually a civil not a criminal case, he responded with, "I just wanted to make it known that I support the death penalty." He swore he was never summoned for jury duty again. Death penalty for a civil case? Pretty sure even China doesn't execute people over civil infractions. Yet. Maybe Eritrea, but who knows? That whole country is a mystery waiting to unravel, but I'm pretty sure as a filmmaker I'm banned from there, not that I'd want to fucking set foot in Eritrea anyway. Pay your check at a cash-only diner under someone else's tip. Do they even still have cash-only diners anymore other than the place near me as of this video that is known for a so-called famous bologna sandwich? Having a Mac attack you need to satisfy? Go to any McDonald's, order a double cheeseburger, add lettuce and mac sauce, and substitute a sesame seed bun. It'll cost you about $2 less than a Big Mac does. Actually you can just get it on the double cheeseburger bun. I don't always feel up to the sesame seed bun myself. If you happen to live in a U.S. state that doesn't charge sales tax on orders to go at fast food places, such as my home state of Ohio, get your food to go, then just go ahead and sit at a table. Nobody will say a damn thing to you. I invoke my rights under the Fifth Amendment of the U.S. Constitution to decline to confirm nor deny whether or not I have ever or never done this. Thank you for watching Mildly Unethical Life Hacks. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, subscribe or follow, and remember sharing is caring, so please tell your friends. Thank you very much, friend-shaped individual. For more videos like this one, be sure to click that bell to receive notifications of new videos from Sansevieria Media, like Truly Fucked Up Tales, a series set slightly in the future and narrated by Luna Vista's own lovable vigilante homicidal psychopath Nadia Willis. Just stay away from her if you're what J.D. DeLay calls a kitty diddler or a diaper sniper, because if you're either of those things, you and Nadia won't get along. But if you agree with Nadia and J.D. on what should be done with pamper campers and teeny ticklers, you might want to check out DeLay's channel too. If you hated this video, please bear in mind that even negative comments help our traffic, so you might want to just piss off and find something else to watch instead of inadvertently helping us. But if you want to troll and get us more traffic in the process, fire away. Once again, thank you for watching.